Hello and welcome to part 2 of the Power of the Mind series, leveraging the power of the mind to build a successful life. I am happy to have you back again.
Wow.
Just like we spoke about in part 1 of this series, it is actually what you envision in your mind that you see in life. So you have to conceptualize before you bring it to birth. Now, if you are persuaded about something, it's easier for you to convince people about it than when you are not. Sometimes the reason you don't have people who actually believe in you, who actually are supporting your vision, is because you actually don't believe it yourself. If you believe and you are persuaded that this is actually fruitful, this could actually work, you have put plans in place. You actually get to see, even if it's just one person who is willing to lend their energy, resources, time, make their contribution to ensuring that that vision comes to pass. So the question is, do you actually believe in this vision that you have pictured in your mind? All the way through any project, you will need the power of your mind to get things done. It's just like a magnet. If you envision, you see it in your mind, you believe it, you are persuaded about that vision, you will be able to attract people who will actually lend their support to accomplishing this vision. Has this vision become an obsession to you? If not, it's actually going to be difficult for you to pull through, for you to see to the end. Now, how can you get your vision to become your obsession? Now we are coming to the next thing, which is repetition. What have you set before your eyes? What do you constantly see? What do you constantly hear? Because the eyes and the ears are the gateways to the mind. What have you set before your face, your eyes? What have you set to repeat in your environment? Before your eyes, and what do you listen to? Who do you listen to? What do you read? What do you feed on? Because the mind actually processes the content that you deliver to it. The eyes and the ears are the gateways of the mind to supply content. It's just like a computer: input, processing, output. Now, the output is actually a function. In fact, it depends hugely on the input. That is why we have the concept GIGO: garbage in, garbage out. You can only get what you have put into. So if you put in garbage, garbage is processed and garbage is brought out, and most times the output of whatever that you have put in is usually at a higher dimension, higher proportion compared to what you actually put in. For instance, when you want to plant corn, you actually plant a few seeds, and what you get in return is actually a lot of cobs of corn compared to actually the few corn maize seeds that you plant. So you have to bear it in mind. Don't take for granted what you see, what you listen to, who the environment that you actually create. You have to be intentional about your atmosphere. Don't take it for granted. So you have to be intentional about creating the right environment that will sustain your vision, that will even make your vision it will help you to see different dimensions to that vision. You have to be careful the kind of friends, the kind of partnerships you have. If you have people who are doubters, they will feed you with what they have. Then what they churn out from their minds actually infiltrate into you and corrupt the vision, and you start seeing yourself as, okay, maybe I'm too ambitious, I'm actually looking at a utopia situation that is not possible. Now, it is possible if you believe, but if you allow the seed of doubt to be sown into your mind, you will be drawn down into the place of unbelief, and you just become like every other person. So this mind thing is actually is a responsibility. You have to culture your environment to help the seeds, that vision to grow. to, help you to see bigger pictures of actually what you want to be in life. Desire is fantastic. Yes, you have to desire, then you can get to your desire. But much more important after desire is to find out what it takes to get to that your desired future. What do you have to do? What do you have to know to be able to be, to be better prepared to get to that desired future? Personally, I'm a fantastic dreamer. I can imagine and dream a lot, and it's very important. You have to always use this power that God has given to all of us to create the future that we desire. Now, you have to take the next step, not just sit down, lying down, dreaming. You have to get up. Now, how do we get there? You have to put things in place. Read, learn, be coached, be mentored. Now we have online mentorship. You have a lot of successful people who put up content online that you can feed your mind with. You have to be intentional. Read books that will help you to get to where you want to go to. Listen to people, listen to successful people. Don't listen to those who are against success. Anyone who is against success and that is where you want to go to, what business do you have listening to such kind of person? So anyone who is not for you has to be against you in this issue of success. Being successful, you have to be very pragmatic about your life, about your success, about your future. So what are we saying? Knowledge. Get wisdom, understanding, knowledge. Learn about that field. Don't be ashamed of learning. Learning never ends. You may stop going to school like formal education, but you have to keep learning. So buy books. Now we can download books online. Download books of successful people. There are a lot of successful people that we know that have written books. You read their books. You listen to their clips online. You associate with like people who have rich content, who have they have this mindset of success. So you have to associate with them. They may not have the money now, but they have the currency that buys money. Associate with them. Build good relationships with people who have where they are going, have a great future that looks like yours. So you have to associate with people like that, so as to, because according to one that's a proverb, if you are associated with like 5 fools, you didn't count well, because they're actually 6. You're the number 6. But if you're associated with 5 successful people, you actually didn't count well. You're actually the 6th successful person. So ensure that your company, your atmosphere is framed by content that will help you to get to your success. Why should I use my money to buy data to destroy my life? Question. Why should I use my money to buy data, to buy poison and swallow? I have to use my money, buy data, and listen to content that will make me to be higher than the money I used in buying the data. For crying out loud, if I subscribe, for instance, let's say 5,000 naira subscription for a month, and I actually cannot, the value of my life cannot produce more than that, even 100 fools of that in a month, or even in coming years, then I actually wasted my money. Because if it's an accumulation. You subscribe this month, the next month, the whole year, then how many years? You are empowering other people that have actually used their mind to build their businesses, and you actually going there by virtue of the content that you absorb online, which actually don't help you. So you have to intentional make sure that anything that is leaving you is bringing to you much more better value than what has left you. So you have to be intentional. What will it take for me to get there? Then put plans in place. Listen, write that vision. Keep writing it. It will sink into you. You just see yourself moving. It's like you are fashioning yourself, you are designing yourself. When you start glamour, when you start, um accelerating in that direction, you'll be amazed at yourself. It's by virtue of what you fashion. If you fashion your life correctly, it will take that shape. So beyond imagining, beyond desire, beyond dreaming is the action, which is set the right picture of your future. Engage in content that will help you to be the kind of person that will suit that future. There's a kind of person that future will reject. It's the kind of person that future will accept. In fact, will that kind of person will thrive in that future. So you have to use this the period from the time of conceptualization before realization. That period, the period in between, is the period of actually developing and building yourself to become the right person to fit into that future, the right person who can thrive in that future. So it's very important. So beyond dreaming, beyond imagination, it is important for you to take the necessary actions to be the kind of person that is qualified for that future you desire. I'll be talking about a very important subject in the part 3 of this series. I really love you to watch the video. I'm so happy that you stuck around to the end of this video. Thank you so much for engaging with this video. I actually implore you to, if you have anything to talk about, you can make your comments in the comment section. If you love what you are listening to, you can like the video and also share this video. You could actually be helping a life. You can even be saving a generation by the simple action of sharing. So thank you so much for sticking around. Till next time, bye.